What up, everybody? I'm taking a break under this shaded tree. It's a nice breeze right now. I know I like last week it was 60. It's fucking 100, guys. My body's in shock. But sweat is good on a diet plan. Sweat is good. No more mindful message today. I'm just gonna do a chant, a chitsy, if you will, and look for my cat. Hopefully I find her. That would be nice. Would be a nice little treat. Really worried about her. She was born under my bed. She's never been out here alone. She's been gone for like 3 days now. I just miss her. I'm worried. Anyway, that's why I'm always looking around. I'm always looking for her little tail. Anyway, I want to talk about extreme, as I'm in it with you, extreme weather emergency shit. Because I'm really sick and tired of looking at the news and seeing people passing away at concerts, passing away from heat, because I think that our education system focuses too much on getting people off drugs, which is, yes, a big thing. But basic first aid, I feel like, should be common knowledge to everybody. Especially, I like to play it by season, so let's start with the high temperature. Like me, I'm not going my full vigorousness because, one, I'm from a very cold climate. It is abnormal to be 100 degrees at this time. It's abnormal to be experiencing, but like happy because it's sunny and, you know, it's a shock. You have to think of your system as a machine. So if a machine was built for or used to cold environments, when you put it in a hot environment, there's going to be a reaction. So you need to give yourself probably about a week to a week and a half to adjust to high temperatures, whether you're going to some place or, I like 2 weeks, honestly. Ease into it. Especially if you're doing physical things like triathlons. I can't speak since my 2 marathons. I'm trying, people. But like if you're doing stuff outside that's physical, I would acclimate at up to 2 weeks, whether cold or hot. Just give yourself some leeway because it's going to affect your stamina. It's going to affect your mental health. It's going to affect your physical body. Like today, because my body is not used to high temperatures, it's very easy to tell on me. My face is always red. It's been red all day. My ears are red. It's a natural sign of body overheat, which in this weather, pretty easy to do, especially when I'm surrounded by cars and pavement. So paying attention to your surroundings is key, especially if you're in places like mine where it's a lot of pavement. So whatever the weather says, add 5 to 10 degrees because the black pavement just kind of reflects the heat back off you. That's why when you're walking, the back of your calves are really hot in city areas because the heat is rising off the pavement. The heat's on top of you. It makes it an inferno. I have Gatorade and water with me. Electrolytes are your friend in high heats, but water is your best friend. So I mix it up when I do stop. So I have been stopping a few times just to acclimate myself. Your breathing gets fucked up, especially in extreme temperatures when you're under this and I'm talking. So be mindful of what you're doing and what your body's going to give you telltale signs. If you're sweating still in a hot environment, it's actually good. You don't want to ever get to the point where you're so hot that you stop sweating because you're dehydrated and most likely going to pass out. But you can still pass out while you're sweating. Dizziness, sign number 1 is time to sit down. Stop what you're doing. If you can, find some shade or just sit. Have your body at rest. Sip your water. Do not chug water when you are overheated. Chugging water can create it more difficult for your a more difficult reaction to breathe and trigger your anxiety. Sipping it, just continuously sipping it slowly, just the act of doing something slowly is going to naturally calm your body down, but at the same time, your breathing is affected by high heats. It's also affected by extreme colds. Your breathing is always the first thing. I notice, like, when my sweat picks up, I notice my chest gets tighter. It's your body, like a machine, is in motion, and then the machine gets hot, and without a fan to cool it off, you can overheat, just like a machine. So when you are dripping sweat, you want to pump the water. Anytime on a hot climate, hot day, hot work situation, you should be continuously sipping water, especially like today's 98. If you are moving physically, you should be sipping water every 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how much physical work you're doing. This is another symptom. Not being able to speak or think clearly is also a sign of fatigue. Don't worry, I'm not in a dangerous part. I would sit down and keep talking if I needed to. I'm pushing myself a little bit. But as you can tell, the more I get into the pavement without grass, the worse it's getting. I am like pouring sweat. This is like a sauna effect. If you ever like sit in the sauna and your breathing gets difficult, it's the same reaction. Just slow your body down. I'm walking very slow, slower than my normal pace for a New Yorker. I'm talking slower. I'm taking more breaths. I'm giving my body more time. I'm dressed appropriately, kind of. I'm wearing black. You should be wearing white, but I wore this shirt to work. I didn't want to sully it by sweating another shirt when I already sweated on this one. See, I'm feeling myself get to be a bit much. I'm heading towards shade. Listen to your body. I am a bit from my apartment, so if I don't take it easy, I will find myself on my ass, and it's going to be a long crawl. Just take advantage of a situation. It's been a minute since I saw some shade. It's in the tree area, and I'm also taking advantage. We have a little car wash. I'm about to pour some water on myself and cool down for a minute. That's the best thing to do, like cold compress on the back of your neck, ice packs, cool packs. Oh yeah, it's on. Just gonna spray my legs. I don't care. Ew, it's hot water. Ew. Well, it worked a little. My legs are cooler, but it's like piping hot water. Not effective, not effective. I'm not putting that on my neck. My legs feel nice. Anyway, let's chill here and see if we can call Looney and I can talk to you. My breathing's getting fucked up. See? Listen to yourself. It's been a minute since I've been in this degree. I'm going to pump the fluids in a minute. Make sure you're eating. I know in high extreme heats you don't get hungry. The more you go without eating, the sicker you're going to feel and the more likely you are to pass out. I heard something. That would have been so cool if it was Luna. I'm going to go onward I go. My legs are getting tired. But that's the thing about muscle with heat. Your muscles get fatigued. They get achy. Make sure you're eating bananas in the summer. Pump your vitamins. And rest. Rest days are important to physical fitness on hot days. You're using your muscles 3 times as much because of the extremeness. Unless you're used to it and you're used to the high heat, your muscles will accommodate that. But like me, when I'm getting used to it now, I'm actually going to feel like I walk 6 miles instead of 3 because of the fatigue. Leave room for that as well. Eat, drink, be mindful of your body, work on your breathing, stay in the shade when you need to, and don't push yourself too hard. Drive if you need to. Take public transportation. Sometimes it's best not to walk in high heat if you aren't used to it or if you have medical conditions, especially if you're alone. Walk with a buddy. Hopefully this is helpful.